Hey y'all, hey, how you doing? Listen, there's a lot going on in the cruising industry. There's always drama in the cruising industry. I don't know how many of my listeners actually go cruising. I know a lot of people have sworn up and down they are not stepping foot on a cruise. And I thought the same thing up until 10 years ago. And for me, I feel like once you step your foot on a cruise ship, you're hooked. uh no pun intended. You will be hooked, okay? So a little bit about my cruising experience. I started cruising like 10 years ago, and actually I'm coming up on my 10th cruise at the end of the year, okay? And I cruise exclusively Royal Caribbean. I am loyal to Royal. But I know a lot of people who cruise Carnival. Carnival is one of the most popular, I think it's actually the most popular cruise line. Carnival has names, people have given it names. Walmart of the Sea, right? Spirit of the Sea. Okay. Because honestly, on the news, all you see is some shit, pun intended, going down on Carnival. One of the most popular stories I remember from Carnival. This is when before I even started cruising, and this is why I always said I won't ever go cruising, is because of Carnival. There was one called the Poop Cruise, right? And this was, I believe, 2012, 2014. I'm going to see if I can enter some video clips in here, okay? The Poop Cruise, where people's toilets were overflowing, shit was everywhere, no electricity, it was pure chaos, and that happened on a Carnival ship, okay?
Imagine getting trapped on a cruise with no electricity, no air conditioning, and a backed up sewage system. That was the reality for passengers aboard the Carnival Triumph in February 2013. Passengers went from relaxing by the pool to being given bags to poop in. The 893-foot-long ship started its journey as usual. On February 10, 2013, a fire broke out in the engine room, cutting power to the entire ship. The ship's main power system not only controlled all air conditioning and lighting, but it was also
When
in
you think of
control of
everything that could go wrong on a cruise liner, I bet being asked to poop in a biohazard bag falls pretty low on that list. But for more than 3,000 passengers aboard the Carnival Triumph, that became a daily reality. Feces-covered walls, food fights, and a sprawling tent city on the decks earned the cruise its infamous name, the Poop Cruise from Hell.
Okay.
The Triumph.
Another story that might turn people off is the constant fights. There are always fights. It always is going down on a Carnival cruise. Now, I'm not saying that other cruise lines don't have any drama. They do, but they have impeccable PR teams. For some reason, Carnival, everybody has their phone out. Things go viral because of Carnival. And you know what? A lot of people have made racist remarks. They call it, it's the ghetto ship of the seas, because honestly, everything you see that goes on Carnival, whether it's stories about the weed smoking and fights, it's almost always Black people that you see. I have seen
massive group of people started a brawl when they got off their cruise ship yesterday. So I'm going to play the video for you here. These people have just gotten off their 7-day Carnival Cruise from Cozumel, Mexico, when they land in Galveston, Texas, which is one of the worst places to ever sail out of. And 24 people have now been placed on the do not sail list because of this fight. It's kind of just like a do not fly list on a plane. If you end up fighting with somebody in an airport, you'll get put on that list. As you see, security guards start running, but there's not much they can do. Even police get involved. You'll see them come in the picture right here. The Carnival cruise ship said this happened under U.S. Custom and Border Protection, which is where they're at right here. They were coming back into the country. And as you can see, the people even start to push the officers right there. And then the officers couldn't control them. So they start fighting the officers and then start fighting each other again. This is absolutely crazy because these 24 people will never be able to get on a boat ever again. As you can see, there's women, children, old, young. Everybody was just going at it. We still don't know exactly what caused this, but you guys let me know what you think.
Black people that you see. I've seen some white people too fighting. I've seen a little bit of arguments on Royal Caribbean, but it's always under the carpet, is brushed under the rug. People don't have their phones out. Like on Royal Caribbean, I don't have my phone out unless I'm like vlogging or something all day on the ship. But Carnival, for some reason, everybody got their phone out. So they catch things, it makes the news. And because of Carnival's reputation, it just started, leaving a bad taste in people's mouths. But on the other hand, I want to try Carnival one day. I do. I'm trying to reach Diamond on Royal. And when I do, I'm going to try Carnival Cruise because the Carnival Cruise always looks lit, right? They're doing the line dances. They doing the, all the cha-chas and all the boots on the ground. And their sail away party always looks lit. Where, I'm sorry, I have to say it, we don't have too many lit sail away parties on Royal Caribbean. They're not that lit. They're actually a dud. The DJ is whack. I admit that.
Carnival Glory, April 7, 2025 Sail Away Party.
Is whack. I admit that. Other than that, I love Royal Caribbean. And Carnival seems like they have good DJs. I'm always looking for music, like a good DJ playing good music. And on Royal, the only time I've run into that are on my little weekend getaways, right? The 3 days on Royal, it's lit. On Freedom of the Seas, those are definitely lit. It was the first time, I think, a couple years ago on a Halloween cruise, the DJ was actually playing like ratchet music. And ratchet music plus liquor equals you having a good time. Anyhow, so let me call Christine Duffy. Christine Duffy is the president of Carnival Cruise Line. And also, I'm going to call to the front John Held, who's the brand ambassador and senior cruise director of Carnival Cruises. Christine Duffy, John Held, please come to the front of the conversation, and the congregation. Come to the front. We're going to have a conversation and hopefully pray for you in this congregation. Do you know why, you guys? Let me, first of all, background. When you go cruising, right? And I know there's people that have more cruising experience than me. I have somewhat of an experience cruising. When you go cruising, right, you build up points, okay? Just like anything else. You have your credit cards, you get points, for everything you buy, right? You have your, what else has points? Credit cards, airlines, everything in this world now as a consumer is points based, okay? For cruise lines, right? You build up points based on how many nights you spend at sea. At least what I know for Royal Caribbean, and now let me share my screen for the Royal Caribbean loyalty program. Royal Caribbean is known as the Crown and Anchor Society. And I will give you an example, and then I'm going to go to Carnival's loyalty program. All right. I'm not well versed in theirs, but from what I've seen, what they're doing to people now is fucked up. So now for Royal Caribbean, Crown and Anchor, that's the loyalty, the name of the loyalty program they have. You have gold, right? And you get gold upon your first cruise. If you go and claim it, you get 3 points. So that's 3 nights you spent at sea. Okay. Your gold. So almost everyone for their first cruise normally will try a 3-night, 5-night, whatever. I think my first cruise I did a 6-night. So you're gold. Okay. Then when you accrue between 30 and 29 points, you're gold. When you hit 30 points, that's 30 nights at sea. Or if you cruise solo, you get double points. So if I cruise for 3 nights and someone else is in my cabin, I'm getting 3 points. If I cruise by myself, I'm getting 6 points. And that's why I do a lot of solo cruises too. I cruise with my kids or I cruise solo because you get more points. Also for Royal Caribbean, if you cruise in a suite, you get double points as well. No matter who's in your room, you have someone in your room, it's still double. Now, the sweet spot is if you are single, so if you're cruising solo and you stay in a suite, you get triple points. Okay. So the next one after platinum is emerald. And the next one after emerald is diamond. These are how many points. No matter how you got them, these are the set points you need. And every level has different perks. All right, y'all. And I love the perks. I'm at emerald right now. I'm a few points away from diamond. I'm trying to hit that diamond because the perks are just mwah, chef's kiss. And look, these are all the perks you get. Okay, every level comes with different perks. All right, you get 25% off of different things, 50% off of beverages, and sometimes they'll even tell you, you still have 50% off of an alcoholic drink or something, or a milkshake. Or I was like, oh, okay, say word. So these are the different discounts and perks you get, right? And as you go along, they get better and better. This is what I'm waiting for. That diamond, I'm waiting for this because you get 4 free drinks, y'all. That's what I want. 4 free drinks. So I don't have to, if once I hit 4, I'm not buying the liquor package anymore. Anywho, I don't want to spend too much time, but this is it. These are what you get. These are the perks, right? For every tier. Okay. I'm just going to go through this quickly, you guys, so we can get down to how fucked up Carnival is. Now let's go over to Carnival. All right, here we are. So this is Carnival's loyalty. And if there are any Carnival people out there, any of my subscribers, you are into Carnival, you are loyal to Carnival, feel free to correct me. Comment, please. Let us know. Educate us. And also, I want to know after this, will you still sail with Carnival? Okay. So now they have a VIFP program, very important fun person. I think that's what it stands for. Yeah, very important fun person. So it's kind of similar to Royals, right? They have the different tiers and these are different points, right? And I think it's accrued by how many points nights you sail at sea, right? When you sail, you'll start picking up benefits like collectible Carnival items, invites to members only. Okay. It looks similar. You get the e-newsletter, right? You get the complimentary 1.5 liter bottle of water, right? Once you hit red. And that's, you have to sail a few cruises, 24 points. And we get that too at Royal Caribbean. Once you hit gold, you get complimentary beverage on 5+ day cruising. So you get 1 beverage, I guess. I don't know. Then you get a gold pin. Then you get priority check-in for the upper platinum and diamond, right? Complimentary so I don't understand. You get you get complimentary beverage on longer cruises. Is it 1? Oh, so I guess it's just 1. And then if you are diamond and platinum, you get complimentary beverage for any sailing. Okay. Welcome treat on 5+ days. Okay. It's all right. Yeah, their loyalty program is all right, but you know, I love Royals, but this is what their loyalty program looks like, you guys. All right? You basically get perks. Any cruise loyalty program, you get perks. Now, let's go and see what they're doing. They're completely changing it starting 2026, you guys. Let's watch this video cuz this is a hot mess. What they've done, if Royal does this, I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm out. I ain't loyal to Royal anymore. Now let's watch.
Immensely, and so have we. Rewards programs have evolved as well across the entire travel industry, especially for airlines and hotels, but not really so
Yes.
much for cruise. As an industry
hold on.
leader, just like we brought the first
Where is
LNG ship to North America,
volume?
we will be the first to bring a modern rewards program to our Carnival.
Okay, I got it. Let's watch this fuckery together, y'all. And I'm gonna pause for commentary because I'm still trying to understand this.
Will be the first to bring a modern rewards program to our Carnival Cruise Line guests. For the first time, guests will be able to build up their Carnival Rewards points, and so it's going to provide great benefits to the millions of Carnival guests. It's your cruise, your rewards, your way.
So what about status? How do
So basically, instead of, right, you guys, instead of earning by points, by nights sailed, so now um we earn points by how many nights we sailed. So you sailed 3 nights, you get 3 points. You sailed 5 nights, you get 5 points. You sailed 7 nights, but you sailed solo, you get 14 points. You sailed 5 nights and you sailed solo and in the suite, 15 points. So yes, you can accrue a lot of points in a small amount of time and work your way up the ladder. Now, you get points by basically, I spent $15 on a mocktail or a cocktail that's, that's 15 points. Okay, my whole cruise cost $2,000. I get 2,000 points. I spent $150 on an internet package, 150 points. That's what they're doing now, you guys. So now this is not by you sailing only. Now you gotta freaking spend yourself into oblivion to even get some kind of perk, basically. No, this is so unfair. So now, yes, what about the status, as John Held said? Let's keep watching.
you earn status from the Carnival Rewards program?
In tandem with points, guests will earn status qualifying stars to unlock higher status levels. This puts guests in the driver's seat of their status. We all wish we could sail all the time, but the reality is, for most people, vacation time is limited, which means obtaining status can be difficult in the current program, which is based only on frequency. This new program will provide more avenues.
Okay, yeah, she's trying to use the excuse, some people are unable to sail as much as others. Yes, that's true. Some people can only sail once a year, once every other year, depending on how much money you have and time you have to get off at work, right? Your PTO. Okay. But if I sail in 2023, right? And I earned 15 points. So that puts me at whatever status. Let's say I sailed, for 4 years and I made it up to gold or platinum. And I don't sail for another 5 years. When you go back in the 5 years, right now, for all the loyalty programs, when you go back in 5 years, you're still platinum. You are still platinum, you guys. So let's see now what they're doing to change that. And this is the fucked up part.
For guests to reach status, as well as the opportunity to earn status more quickly.
That's brilliant news, but Will guests be able to keep their current status?
VIFP status will transfer to Carnival Rewards for 2 years. Now, for our Diamond guests, which is our highest status level, we are going to be extending the complimentary grace period for 6 years.
Do y'all hear that? Did you guys hear that? So basically, let's say I go to Carnival. We are in the year of our Lord 2025. Let's say I was trying to reach, what is it, platinum. So I took 3 cruises this year and I reached platinum. Listen to me now. So I've reached platinum, and then let's say for some reason I lose my job, right? And so, or something happened financially. So I will go into their new cruise program as, as platinum. Their new cruise program begins next year, 2026. So let's say, listen closely. This is from what I'm getting from it. Let's say by 2026, okay, I could take maybe 1 cruise. I don't have a lot of money. Okay, I had a financial setback. Let's say I don't have, I can't cruise as much. So 2026, I cruise maybe once. 2027, maybe I take a little weekend cruise. By 2028, if I did not spend the required amount, I go back to red. Did y'all hear that? That's what I'm getting from all of this. I go back to the beginning, y'all. All them years are lost. And if what is their highest, platinum or diamond? And if you're the highest and you don't sail, or you don't sail enough, in the year 2032, you go back to red. This is the most fucked up. Yeah, diamond is the highest. This is messed up. Let's keep listening.
What are we doing to make this easier for our guests to understand and easier to use?
From today forward, we will be communicating frequently and clearly to make sure the message gets out about how to engage and work with the new Carnival Rewards program focused on you, and how we celebrate and acknowledge your loyalty.
You can keep saying focused on you, help you get up quicker, help you. No, this does not. This makes it harder in an economy where people are struggling, living bill to bill, paycheck to paycheck, month to month. And sometimes, all we have as cruisers is the perks to fall back on, right? What if you can take a little weekend cruise? That's what I'm doing this year. I got kids. I got spring break coming up next year. I have to pre-plan things. So I'm taking a weekend cruise I found on sale. What if that's all you can do? But you spent years loyal to a cruise line, and now because you're not able to, they're like, you know what? You go back to zero. You don't want to spend $30,000 with us? You go back to zero. No, I'm sorry. This is heinous. This is terrible.
For instance, we'll be recognizing status in more ways than just benefits, but with meaningful moments that show our appreciation for the special milestones.
And of course, we all know that changes like this are not going to happen overnight, right?
The new program, while we are announcing it today in June of 2025, does not go into effect until June of 2026. So we have plenty of time for everyone to get acclimated, learn about the program, engage. And in the meantime, as you continue to sail on Carnival throughout the next 12 months, you'll continue to earn towards your status.
Thank you so much. A special thank you to Christine for taking her time to talk to us about this enhanced rewards program. A massive thank you to the crew, and a special thank you to all of you for your
transfer to Carnival Rewards
now,
for 2
years. Find out how much do you have to spend, right? To stay. Okay, we gotta let me figure this out. How much do you have to spend before you get kicked off and back to red? Let me keep looking.
your way.
So what about status? How
Peter, just like we have rewards programs have vital. We need all have the entire travel industry, especially for airlines and hotels.
But that doesn't mean you need to go follow what airlines and hotels do. Airlines and hotels are price gouging customers. Did y'all see what Delta did? They basically separate. So they had a basic and main. Now they basically made it all one and basically are price gouging people. Like to get a refund, Maine used to be able to get your refund. Now there's an upper limit in Maine where you have the Maine regular where you cannot get your money back. It goes back to credit. But if you want to be able to get your money back, you pay more. I mean, what is this world coming to?
But not really so much for cruise. As an industry leader, just like we brought the first LNG ship
Nobody
to North
cares about the
America,
LNG.
we will do our Carnival Cruise Line guests. For the first time, guests will be able to build up their Carnival Rewards points. And so it's going to provide great benefits to the millions of Carnival guests. It's your cruise, your rewards, your way.
So what about status? How do you earn status program?
Earn status qualifying stars to unlock higher status levels. This puts guests in the driver's seat, which means obtaining status can be difficult in the current program, which is based only on frequency. This new program will provide more avenues for guests to reach status, as well as the opportunity to earn status more quickly.
That's brilliant news, but will guests be able to keep their current status?
VIFP.
Brilliant news, but will guests be able to keep?
Okay, so 50,000 stars. Now the stars, oh my, y'all, this is just, and it's hard to understand. And again, if anyone out there understands, break it down. So how much money is 10,000 stars? Is it dollar for dollar? You know what I mean? This is nuts. So basically, if I'm a first time cruiser, I start at red, right? You sign up for this loyalty program and then you hit gold once you hit 10,000 stars. Now 10,000, so it sounds like when does it reset? Every 2 years? So if it's dollar for dollar, you have to spend 10,000. That's crazy. Insane. And then 40,000 stars in between. What constitutes that?
Keep their current status.
My God.
VIFP status will transfer to Carnival Rewards for 2 years. Now, for our Diamond guests, which is our highest status level, we are going to be extending the complimentary grace period for 6 years.
What are we doing to make this easier for our guests to understand and easier to use?
From today forward,
So they
we
said
will
they're
be
going to keep
communicating
in
and to
constant
engage
communication.
What are
Y'all,
we able to
this
only on his limited time. But the reality,
this is a travesty, you guys. This is unacceptable. And it's purposefully wrapped in stars. A lot of programs, they make it so confusing. So shore excursions, you earn 3,780 points for shore excursions. Now, how much? So is that 300? I gotta turn these stupid captions off. But how much was a shore excursion to get this many points? And everything Carnival. What? See, it's y'all. This, I don't know. 3 points for what? Yeah, no. Carnival, count your days. Royal Caribbean, don't even think about it or you'll be counting your days. I'm not playing with Royal. Let me get to Diamond in peace. Do not touch my status, Royal Caribbean. Do not. Oh, and people are up in arms, you guys. Carnival people, a lot of people I'm seeing, they're saying they're leaving. They will not stay loyal to Carnival. They're looking for other cruise lines. They're saying they feel stabbed in the back. They're saying that Carnival basically spat in their face. How dare you return to zero? What are we, Brian McKnight? We back at one? Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. Nah. So let's go and see what these social media streets are saying. This is terrible. And I'm still trying to understand. I've been watching other YouTubers to try to understand what this means. Because you know what? A lot of these corporations are in cahoots. They're watching what each other does, and then they all follow suit. They act like they're, enemies, but no, it's an industry. I can tell you it's an industry. They all work together. And that's why I am worried that Royal Caribbean will try to copycat just to keep price gouging people. And I hope not. They've already made cuts. I've seen so many changes in the cruising industry. Like, we can't take it anymore. We can't. This is ridiculous. But let's see what people are saying. People are upset and up in arms. Let's go see what's being said.
News alert. Carnival just announced a total overhaul of their loyalty program, and longtime cruisers might not be thrilled. Starting June 1st, 2026, the Carnival VIFP Club is out and is replaced by Carnival Rewards. The big change? Your status is no longer tied to how many nights you've sailed, but instead how much you spend. With Carnival Rewards, you'll earn two things: stars, which will determine your loyalty tier, and points, which you can redeem for perks. You'll earn 3 stars and 3 points for every $1 on Carnival eligible purchases, which could be your cruise fare, specialty dining, spa treatments, shore excursions, or drinks bought on board. And you'll also earn 1 star and 1 point for casino points. So yes, the more you spend, the more you earn. Now about those tiers. Blue tier is gone. The new structure is red, gold, platinum, and diamond. You'll earn red upon sign up, gold from 10,000 stars, which if it's 3 stars earned for every $1 spent, that is $3,334. Platinum from 50,000 stars, which would be around $16,667. And diamond status from 100,000 stars, which would be around $33,334. And it's no longer lifetime status. You have to re-qualify for your tier level every 2 years, or else it may reset. Yep, you could lose your status level if you don't maintain spending. Current VIFP members do have a transition period. If you have diamond status, you will maintain this for 6 additional years until May 31st, 2032. And if you have gold or platinum, you'll have this for another 2 years until May 31st, 2028. Some perks are also being cut, and that includes no more gold pins. VIFP parties will be limited to 2 free drinks. Arcade tokens and welcome treats will be on request, and diamond guests will lose their free specialty meal, cabin upgrades, and luggage tags. So why the change? Carnival says the number of their top tier level guests has exploded in the last few years. From 2021 to 2024, the number of platinum guests doubled and the number of diamond guests tripled. They say this shift is about making elite status more exclusive again. And it also better aligns to how hotel and airlines manage their loyalty programs. Naturally, many loyal Carnival cruisers are disappointed by this move. And personally, I'm not sure if I can or want to maintain my platinum status under this new structure. What about you? Does this change how you feel about cruising with Carnival? Or do you like the idea of points? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.
Carnival said they're not playing no more. You got to spend them coins or them dollars to level up to the next status. Carnival is getting rid of their VIFP loyalty program, and it is changing to Carnival Rewards. This will take effect June 2026. So basically, you're going to have to spend some money to level up, because right now it's based on cruise count. The number of nights that you cruise, that is what helps you to level up to the next level, okay? Not no more, baby. You got to spend some money. That's what Carnival's saying. You got to make some purchases. You have to earn stars, accumulate stars to level up. So you can buy like Carnival travel protection, excursions, on-board purchases, but you're going to have to spend that money. So basically, they have too many diamond members. That's really what they're saying, because they have a lot of diamond members. But the thing with Carnival is they're kind of damned if they do, damned if they don't, because they get such a bad rap, okay? And I think they're trying to revamp themselves, like change their persona. But the problem is they are going to hurt their loyal customers in the process, okay? Because you have people like right on the verge of going to the next level, and they may not be cruising until next year. But the good thing is they did say when the program transfers over, they're going to try to match you. So like if you're red, you know, but here's the thing, the perks suck. So like at red, you get like a e-letter, a e-newsletter, and a bottle of water. Then at gold, if you got like 10,000 stars, you get the e-newsletter, the bottle of water, and a free complimentary drink on a 5-day or longer cruise. Okay, then it goes on gold. You have to have 50,000 stars. I mean, it's a lot of specifics in the new program. So all I'm saying, okay, if you're trying to level up, like if you're red trying to get to gold and you just need a couple of more cruise nights, you better go ahead and take a cruise. Take a little cruise, a little short cruise, 3-day, 4-day cruise, so you can get leveled up to gold. Because I don't think you want to be blue or red when this program goes into, you know, effect next year. So I don't know. What do you think about this? Is this the right move for Carnival? Drop a comment, let me know.
This video is for Carnival Cruise Line and Carnival Cruise Line only. If you're not Carnival Cruise Line, you can keep scrolling. But Carnival, I just want to let you know that this is your formal notice that you and I no longer go together, okay? We no longer go together, and it's not me, it's you. This new points-based system is garbage, okay? And your loyal customers like myself and many others, I don't see it working. I don't see it working. Number one, y'all got them dinosaur fossil old ships, and y'all call yourselves keep doing dry docks to slap a little bit of paint on top of some rust and upping the price, and then switching the reward system. I don't get it.
Okay, so I have an update on the new Carnival Rewards program, and I just want to say, please don't kill the messenger, okay? I love Carnival, but I'm not a fan of the new Carnival Rewards. But so many of you have come into the comment section and asked me what happens, you know, if I'm on my husband's card. Is he going to get all the rewards? How are we going to handle rewards? How am I going to level up? Is it just going to go to one person? And it appears that John Heald has answered a question on his Facebook page that may answer this, and I think some of you are going to be majorly upset in your spaghetti. This was posted about 22 minutes ago as of this moment, so probably 25 minutes after I posted. But the person asked, under the new rewards program, if my wife and I cruise together, but everything is booked or bought in my name, how can my wife ever level up? And John responds that it will be split between the two of them. If there are 4 people in the cabin, is it going to be split 4 ways? This is going to make it hard for people to earn the reward status. It's going to make it doubly hard, or maybe even quadruply hard. If there are 4 people in the cabin, like, guys, Carnival, what? Oh man.
This is not the original comment I was going to use to reply. The person had deleted their comment, but they had said something like, well, I'll be fine because I cruise every year. You have to keep into account to keep your gold status. It's about what, $3,300. Go look, if you want like an in-depth of the breakdown, go look at my girl Mandy Cruise Planners page, because she did a great breakdown of what you have to spend to keep these like tiered perks. But you're paying like $33,000 for gold. You're paying $16K in 2 years, $16K for platinum. And then if you want diamond, you're paying $33,000 in 2 years. I'm a solo cruiser. I'm somebody that cruises every year, multiple times a year typically. There's no way. There is no way. And I just became platinum maybe 2 cruises ago. There's no way that I'm going to be keeping my platinum status with this new rewards program. It's
What's up? What's up?
crazy.
What's up? So I've done my research on this new Carnival Rewards program. And yes, it's still horrible. I don't know who in their right mind thought that this was a good idea and it was going to go well, but it's not. And it's not. I've seen so many comments in the last couple days, and 99% are people that's livid with Carnival. A lot of loyal cruisers, gold, platinum, all mad. A lot of people threatening to leave. I've seen a lot of people say they canceled their cruises already about this. Really bad look for Carnival. So make sure you make your way over to carnivalrewards.com and you can check out all the information. It's going into effect June 2026. Gold and platinum members, you'll have until 2028. Through 2026 to 2028, you have to spend at least almost $17,000 to keep platinum and roughly a little over $5,000 to keep gold. So you have to spend that money or you won't keep that status. That's just how it's going to operate. And to keep platinum, you got to spend over $30,000. Now with platinum, if you're platinum already or will be platinum by June 2026, they'll let you keep that till 2032. After that, you're going to have to spend that $30,000 plus every 2 years to continue to keep that status. BS. Now, I've seen so many people mad at this. You do got the occasional dorks who find nothing wrong with it. Probably got a little money and you can do all that. But it's a lot of people that only cruise once a year, can only cruise once a year, whether it's work, whether it's finances, whatever. But they've been loyal and cruise with Carnival all these years. This is really a slap in the face. It's a lot of people that's not able to cruise enough to even accumulate these points. And then you have other people that's like, they book their cruises and that's what their budget is. They don't want to do all the extra excursions or spend all extra money on board. They're just there to vacation, relax, and chill. So all in all, it's just a horrible idea. I did see John Hield's live just a minute ago, and it seemed like they already backtracking. He said he spoke to the high ups, and he said that's the reason why they rolled it out so early, so they could see how we react, and if changes need to be made, they'll make changes. Well, possibly make changes. So that's all I really got for it. I'm not really going to dwell on it too much. I already made up my mind. It doesn't work well for me. I'm able to cruise 2 to 4 times a year. This year's the most I ever cruised, which is 4 times. I usually do 2. No way I'll be able to keep platinum status. I was supposed to get platinum this next cruise. But it just opens my door for other cruise lines. I cruised on Royal a few times. I cruised on Norwegian. And I wanted to try out all other cruises because I'm a travel agent anyway. But I do love Carnival, and Carnival is my favorite. But I can't get jiggy with this. Peace. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
So these are my final thoughts. Carnival Cruise Line, count your days. Count your days. Because this honestly makes no sense. Again, like in the videos I posted, I don't know if I posted this video, but there are rumors saying that Carnival only did this to weed out the bad apples, right? I don't think so, because the bad apples, the problematic cruisers, they take cheap weekend cruises, right? The ratchets, the ones that are fighting, they're going to find the cheapest cruise on Carnival Glory for 3 nights and 4 nights, right? And this is not me saying it. This is what I'm hearing from avid Carnival cruisers. Those people don't care about loyalty. They care about living it up, being lit on a weekend cruise. They do not care or focus on loyalty and points and all that in the first place. So people are trying to say that they're trying to rebrand themselves, right? To be more upper echelon. No, you still, as long as you got cheap cruises, you gonna have the problematic and cheap cruises. Not everyone who books a 3-nighter or 4-nighter or a 2-nighter are problematic. No, because I booked those as well. But the problematic ones happen to be the ones who usually book the 3 to 4-nighters. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's the issue. The cruise line did take a big hit during the recession. They took a huge hit financially. And Royal Caribbean explained the same thing to us. They were actually open and honest. They're like, listen, we got loans, okay? We got loans to pay back. So they cut back on certain things. I remember you could go to Coco Cay and get a huge funnel cake. I went one year, it was huge. The next time I went after the pandemic, that shit was like a little cookie. I was like, what the hell? But okay, it's free. You can go back and get 2 or 3. I was full anyway. So, did I really need a plate-sized freaking funnel cake? No, they cut back, they're smaller. What's another thing Royal did? They just found ways to make more money. Like Coco Cay, it was popping in the Oasis pool. I believe that's what it's called. Now you have to pay to have like a pop-in time for adults only. They'll do things like that. But as far as rewards, I don't think they've changed much. They don't give, like, there's a glass block they used to give. Who cares about that? They don't give that anymore. The lapel pins, I don't care about that. What I do care about is my 50% off, right? If I'm diamond or emerald or platinum, right? You get 50% off certain drinks. You have 2 or 3 drinks. Perks like that. You go into the bakery or the cookie place and you get discounts off of that. Depending on the tier level, it's greater sometimes. You get balcony discounts, suite discounts, right? Depending on what level. Those are things to me that matter. So it looks like from the beginning, the VIFP program, it wasn't giving much anyway. I'm not in it, but it seems like the people that cruise Carnival, they understand their tier system better, and a lot of them were working towards diamond, right? They were working towards diamond. Not everybody will book a $3,000 cruise. Do y'all know, like, a $3,000 cruise? That's probably for a family. To me, that's a lot. That is a lot. I probably spent that much when we cruised in a suite, I believe, twice. I don't even think it reached 3,000. I don't know. I got a good deal. I'm a deal shopper. So 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. It's a lot for a cruise. And to keep spending that in 2 years, you got to spend 16,000. This is utterly insane and ridiculous because I don't want to have to spend $3,000, 4 or 5,000 for my family to cruise. And then we're spending for add-ons, right? I always get internet. So that's a charge right there. If I'm alone, I get the drink package. Sometimes I'll get my kids if they come with me, the soda package. That's another charge. But those are like $60, maybe $70. They're not a lot. The drink package could be like, I won't go over $250 for the drink package. Everyone has a budget. I won't go over that. But these things cost. Specialty dining, it's not that much either. Sometimes it could be $50, $40. Back in the day, packages for dining were cheap. And that's what I loved about cruising. The add-ons were not too expensive. It made it easier to digest. Now, post pandemic, yes, things have gone up in price. We're in a recession. There's inflation abound. So I understand the penny pinching that the companies are doing. But telling me on top of the cruise price, on top of maybe excursions, on top of and excursions might not be that much either, and on top of the drink package, the dining package and restaurants and massages, I still have to go above and beyond that, like spend another $4,000 on top of my cruise to stay at your stupid status? Nah, you could keep that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Cruising used to be like the best form of vacationing. It was an all-in-one and the add-ons were not exorbitantly priced. And now, is it worth it now? Maybe I'll go look at an all-inclusive. I don't know. If Royal Caribbean follows suit, Royal Caribbean, you better not. I swear, and they have a good loyalty program, Royal Caribbean. I would hope you don't slap us in the face, Royal, with this mess, with this nonsense. Royal Caribbean rebounded from the pandemic for the most part, because you have to look at their stock prices too. All of the cruise lines, their stocks plummeted, okay? Royal was around $100 a share. Carnival, I believe at one point went down to $8. So did Norwegian. So me and my parents, we went and bought stock. I made a good chunk of change on Royal. Royal, I think, went down to 70 at the lowest. I don't know. But now I believe they're back at over $100 or around 100 or more. Why didn't Carnival follow what Royal did? Glean information from other cruise companies. Don't go look at credit cards. Credit card companies and airline companies and freaking hotel companies. Are you kidding me? This was the wrong path to go down, Carnival. Now you looking like a clown in your own Carnival. Absolutely not. Let me know what you guys think. Anybody, any of my subscribers, are you avid Carnival only cruisers? Will you stay cruising with Carnival, or are you going to jump ship and come join us at Royal? Because Royal, it's a good time. Maybe y'all could come and make it lit. Help us make it lit. But I don't know if I will ever try Carnival now because of this. I was planning on it. I was planning on maybe sometime next year. I expect to hit Diamond on Royal next year. I've made it my mission. And I don't know. I have no clue if I will do that. I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Okay? Peace.